So today we will discuss about the unit 1, and the first topic is historical perspectives of cell. We will continue with this. So for that, first we will learn what is a cell. A cell, it is derived from the Latin name that is cella, which is the meaning standing for small room, which is the basic functional and structural and biological unit for all the organisms. It is the smallest unit of life, and we are often called the building blocks of life, which is a very basic thing that we have learned from our childhood. Now, some more basics about cell. There are two types of cell: animal cell and the plant cell. A cell is a mass of cytoplasm that is bound externally by a cell membrane. It is microscopic in size, and it is the smallest structure and unit of the life that we have heard before. The cells have one or more nuclei and other organelles that carry out various tasks. Some single cells complete organisms such as bacterium and yeast. They are a single cell organism. Unlike human, we are multiple cell organism, which we will learn. Others are specialized building blocks of multicellular organisms such as plants and animals. Now we will start with the cell theory. We all know there is a history of cell, how it was discovered and how we came to know about all the cellular organs of the present in a cell. And there is a classic points or theory about cell, that is, all the organisms are made up of one or more cells. Every living organisms have cell in them, and all the cells come from a pre-existing cell. In humans, embryo and sperm are two cells which get fused and zygote is formed. Like two pre-existing cells make up another cell, and they keep on dividing and form a new organism. The cell is the basic unit of structure and organization that performs life functions. All the life functions are performed by the cell in a human body or any living organism. Here it says all living organisms are made up of cell. Cell are the basic units of life. Cell arises from pre-existing cells. Hereditary information is passed from cell. The genetic informations and the DNAs are passed from one cell to other, and this is how it works. All cells have the basic chemical composition. The chemical compositions are same at the basic level. Energy flow occurs within the cell, like they will keep passing on the energy to one another, and all the detailed processes will be discussed further in the syllabus. So cell theory is one of the basic principles of biology. Credit for the formulation of this his theory is given by a German scientist, Theodor Schwann, in 1810, who died in 1822, and Matthias, who was born in 1804, and Rudolf Virchow, who was born in 1821. In his theory, in Sheldon's theory, it states all these 4 points that we have discussed. Living beings are all living organisms are composed of cell. They may be unicellular or multicellular, one cell or multiple cell. One cell will be bacteria, and multiple cell is human, etc. Cell arises from pre-existing cell. Just we gave the example of zygote. The modern version of cell theory includes that Energy flow occurs within the cell. Hereditary information, that is the DNA, is passed on from one cell to the other, and they have the basic chemical composition. These are the 6 important points of cell theory. Now we know cells are divided into 2 types: prokaryotes and eukaryotes. We will discuss about it in detail. Prokaryote. The definition for prokaryote are any cell containing a clearly defined nucleus and membrane bounded organelles are called eukaryotes. And for prokaryotes, they doesn't contain a membrane bounded nucleus or organelles. Example for eukaryotes, that are animals, plants, fungi and protist cells. And for the prokaryotes, it's bacteria and archaea. Nucleus is present, and in this nucleus is absent. The cell size is larger in the eukaryotic cell, and whereas it is smaller, like less than 5 micrometers. It is important to be remembered. And DNA replication, it is highly regulated with selective origins and sequences. Replicates entire genome at once. It is a faster and process, and it is a complicated and slow process. Organism type, it's usually multicellular. It is unicellular most of the time, as we can see bacteria, and we have learned that bacteria is a unicell. Chromosomes, there are more than one chromosomes present, and one long looped single DNA is present, and the plasmid, it is present like this inside the cell, inside the nucleus. Ribosomes are larger in size, smaller, and growth rate is very slow in eukaryotes, and it is fast as it replicates or everything at once. It is a faster, and it is a complicated step-by-step process which takes time. Organelles are present. Here it is absent as it is a unicell. Ability to store hereditary information. Both of them have all the abilities. It is simpler in present of plants and fungi, but it is complex in all prokaryotes. Plasma membrane is present in both, and also cytoplasm. Same thing, it is described in a process. And the common things that are both contains DNA, contains ribosomes, have cell membrane and cytoplasm. These are the common things that we must keep in mind. Now we can see the mind map. Cells are of 2 types, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. In prokaryotic, it is bacteria and archaebacteria, and in eukaryotic, protista, plants, fungi, animals. These are the kingdoms and the domain: eubacteria and archaebacteria. Now we will compare between the 2 types of cell, that is a plant cell and the animal cell. Plant cell has cell wall. There is no cell wall in animal cell. Has large vacuole and have smaller or no vacuole in them. Chloroplast is present, chloroplast is absent. It is important for photosynthesis. So there it is absent because there is no photosynthesis done by animals. It is for plants. Flagella only in gametes is present, and flagella is present. And there are common things, that is mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, SER and RER, nucleus, cytoplasm, ribosome. These are the common things. And here is a described differentiation. This is larger in size, it is smaller in size, cell wall is present, here it's absent. Plasmodesmata is present, it's absent. Chloroplast is present, here it's absent. Vacuoles are large and permanent, small and temporary. Tonoplast present around the vacuoles, it's absent in this. Centrioles absent except motile cells of lower plants, and centrioles are overall present. Nucleus present along with the periphery, means the side of the cell, periphery of the cell, and it is present in the center of the cell. Lysosomes are rare and it is present. It's common and it's present. Storage material is starch grain. As we know, through photosynthesis they produce glucose, starch, complex form is starch, and storage material is glycogen granules. Thank you. We will discuss the next topic in our next video, that is ultrastructure of eukaryotic cell.